Good morning. Long time no see / no vlogging. I have not picked up this camera in a very long time, but I thought today would be a good start. I'm going to be bringing weekend vlogs back, but today I'm going to Thorpe Park. I said that really weirdly. Thorpe Park for their Fright night event with my best friend Matt. And I'm not gonna lie, this seems to be a tradition whenever I go to Thorpe Park. I'm very hungover today. Whenever we usually go normally, it's for the YouTube meetup, and we've usually gone out the night before. So last night, I just had me and a couple of friends just went to the pub, and where it was technically my Friday, even though it's Thursday, I was like, I'll have a couple of ciders. Turns out a couple of ciders, it gives me a headache. So here we are. I'm pretty hungry. Food's going to be interesting today because if you don't know, I've actually gone vegan for about 3 and a bit months now. And I looked at the menu last night and Thorpe Park didn't have any vegan food. So chips it is. Chips, 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 chips. So yeah, I'm just waiting for Matt to arrive. He actually might even be here. I've been doing this for a little while. Oh, he's outside. Brilliant. Okay. Well, we're going to go meet Matt and then we're going to head off to Thorpe Park for the day. It's open 10 till 10, so it should be quite a long, good day. Hopefully, if the rain stops, because it's currently raining. Brilliant. Well done. Theme parks in autumn. Another fun thing that happened is I went to the gym on Wednesday, bearing in Wednesday is Friday, did this pump class where you like do lunges and stuff with weights. I've really sore legs, so bending down of any kind or like sitting really, really hurts. So getting on the ride is going to be really fun. Planned this really well. Also this light, very unflattering. Even though it is raining, I've decided to go for a light jacket, just a top, and then jeans and my go-to Skechers. So I'm probably going to get really cold. Yay! Breakfast when you go to a service station and they have no vegan options. Good, this is going to be an interesting day. Also, I'm with Matt, but he's driving at the moment. Hi, Matt! The weather is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Oh, it's meant to be 20 degrees today.
Hold on.
Wah! Whee! Oh, this makes my Corsa feel so crap. Whee! Oh god, okay, right. It's real windy, but we are here. And we got in fine, got our annual passes. Now annual pass holders for Thorpe Park. Got the map for all the mazes, but I think during the day we're going to do some of the rides and then head in and see what else there is later. But I'm excited! They have like floating blood bag things for the Fright nights. So we have done loads of the rides, basically. It's like, hey Matt, it's like what, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, about 10 to.
Yeah, so I didn't show any of the day because you've seen Thorpe Park before, but the horror stuff's about to start, which is what I will film. But we're going to do probably a couple more rides and then start doing the mazes. Yes! So some of the things they've got going on, they've got like little plants with, you know, skulls on them. They have like a little cemetery thing over here. They've tried, bless them. I think it would look cooler at night. But we're going to go on Swarm now. For like the second or third time. So we have so far done 3 mazes. Terror at platform 15, what's the other one? Met the Saw maze and... Hold on. And Dead Creek Woods. They were okay actually. The Saw one I liked the least and that was meant to be the most scary, so...
Yeah, the second one, platform, was it 13?
Yeah, 15.
That was the best one, because there's a moment you go in the dark, even in the daytime, and that was a bit more. But Saw was a bit, I don't know, predictable.
It's very dark, too dark.
Yeah, it was very dark, and you didn't really know what the actors were trying to do. Still better than the Walking Dead ride, though.
Oh, that was awful.
That was a let down. That's X No Way Out with mannequins and loud noises.
Loud noises. Loud noises.
I preferred the techno.
That was amazing.
Oh, that one. I don't know what's happening. I can't see it. It's creepy. That was really random. Where are they going? So we've done one of the Walking Dead mazes and now we're going to go do Saw in the dark. Spooky! The park looks so cool at night. Nothing is running at the moment though because of the wind.
but it looks really pretty. We're gonna head off and try a couple more mazes, Falcon Peak and Blair Witch Project, which are the way back. So we just managed to do stealth twice. It is so windy. You don't even see there's a wire going up here, which is just blowing in the wind. And it was insane. It was so fast because of the wind. Like there was no break at the top. It just kept going. So I'm well happy with that. We just went off it and then went straight back on again. But what we're gonna do now, we're gonna head to the last maze.
Last maze, yeah.
And then we're done. We've got to do some rides in the dark in this wind. Very happy. It's been a really good night. So one more maze. Final maze of the night. Walking Dead, do or die. Good afternoon. It is Saturday. I'm continuing the weekend vlog on from Thorpe Park. I'm tired. It was a really fun day yesterday, but we didn't get back till like 11ish, and after being at the park from 10 till 10, it was I'm tired. I'm tired now. So far today I've got up, I've worked out, I've had a shower, put some washing in, I'm about to make some lunch, and then I want to do this afternoon just a little bit of a wrap up of what I thought about the Thorpe Park Fright night event and whether I think it's worth it or not. And then later on this evening I'm going to a housewarming party for a friend, and then tomorrow I'm helping one of my best friends, Reese, move into Southampton. He lives at Hedge End at the moment, so I'm going to move him into town so that I can see him all of the time, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, let's crack on with some lunch because I am very hungry because I didn't eat that much yesterday, because as I said, you can't eat anything vegan at Thorpe Park apart from chips, and that got really boring after one meal. Not that you can really see it because I've got the filter on still, but it's actually a really nice day out. It's pretty warm, so I've got the door open, which is weird for like mid-October. I want to decorate the flat for Halloween, but it still feels really summery, like not summer, but like spring in autumn. Yeah, that makes sense. So for lunch day, I'm just going to have a couple of these Linda McCartney vegetarian sausage rolls. They're suitable for vegans, and probably some kind of carb and veg. Actually, I don't know if I've got any fresh fruit or veg in the house at the moment. I might need to go get some. So I've got these on the foil, and then I might have a potato waffle, and then some maybe sweet corn or something. Basically, I'm making a child's lunch is where I was going with that. Sausage rolls, potato waffles, and sweet corn. It's fine. I can pretend I'm 5 years old, even though I'm definitely a lot older than that. I do promise as well that my vegan eating is a lot more healthy than that normally. I just don't really have any food in the house right now apart from what's in the freezer. So let's eat that, and then I want to film the wrap up. I need to get ready for this evening, so like I've washed my hair, but I need to like do something with this, and then yeah, I'm literally looking down at the desk at the moment because I still have all my Florida bits down there that I still need to film my haul video. I'm actually currently wearing my May the 4th be with you top. Need to get on that because now the Florida vlogs are finished. I actually need to start filming the other videos that I was planning to go along with that. I can't just coast on just editing Florida videos. So yeah, I do also have some, let me actually get my dinner ready my lunch ready while I'm doing this. I do also have some other vlogs I filmed like for Florida, I just never put up. So I might chuck those up at some point this week or next week, just so that you can see them. Because one of them's Karen's birthday, before she even went to like Tokyo Disney, and was it Tokyo she went to? It's Shanghai. Shanghai? I feel like she went to Shanghai. Shanghai. Before she went to Shanghai Disney, and she's been to Florida since then. So yeah, that needs to go up. And just got some other vlogs I think I did. I can't really remember. I just start filming them, and where I don't film the whole weekend, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna put that up. So, and I've also been really focusing on editing the Florida vlogs because they took forever. I think total, like each day I had like 3 hours-ish footage, and I didn't want to do more than one video per day. So I cut them down to like 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 some of them, and that took a long time. So that's why they took forever to come out. But now it's all done and out of the way, I can kind of go back to focusing on weekend vlogs and other bits and doing other things, sort of around Christmas and Halloween and stuff like that. So yeah, that is the plan. Let's get this food in because I'm very hungry. Last thing I ate was like 12:30 yesterday afternoon, so it's now 12:30, so 24 hours basically I haven't eaten in, so I would like to eat this now. So let's put it in the oven and then maybe watch a vlog while I'm doing that. Actually, Mark and Jem put one up I want to watch, and then we'll get on with the day. You know when you try and have a productive day and all you end up doing is sleeping? I just did that. So I ate earlier and then I was like, I'm gonna just catch up on some vlogs, and then I fell asleep and I was asleep for quite a while. So now it's time to start getting ready for this evening. But that's fine, because what I'm gonna do is go and talk through my trip to Thorpe Park whilst getting ready. It's like a get ready with me type thing. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you some of the things that my friend Emma picked me up when she went on a honeymoon to California, because she went to Bath and Body Works, yes! And where I never go in like autumn, I've never seen any of like the Halloween Christmassy bits, but I've always seen them on Instagram because I follow Bath and Body Works on Instagram. I'm trying to find the other one because I know I've got one else somewhere. So I'm gonna grab them and show you all the things she picked up for me really quick. Okay, got it. So when I was in Florida, I went to Bath and Body Works and picked up one of the peach fine fragrance mists. Oh, look at my hair, it's like crazy. I look literally mental. I picked up one of the fine fragrance mists in the peach scent, and every time I wear it, everyone's always like, oh my god, what are you wearing? It smells amazing. So I was like, that is a good sign, because that it smells nice, basically. I like the smell, but it's nice to know that other people like the smell as well. So the only thing I really asked her to pick me up was another bottle of that, because I've kind of gone through half of mine already and I only got that in May. So she picked up another bottle for me. It's just like the nicest peach smell, so I really like that. And then that's all I asked for, but she went above and beyond and got me a few more bits, so I'll show you those. The first thing she got me, actually, I'm just going to flip the camera around, I'll just show you down rather than having to stare at this for any longer. So the next fragrance she picked me up, which is one I've actually been using at the moment, is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. And it smells really good. It literally smells like a Christmassy pumpkin, like with the cinnamon. And I think it's really nice and seasonal for autumn. So I've been using this one at the moment, and also it's so good. Okay, she also got me this one, which is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, which is like the other one, but just a lot sweeter. I really like this as well. I haven't actually worn this one out yet. I've been kind of going for the Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. So I might actually swap that out and put this one in my bag, because this also smells amazing. Okay, next thing she got me is this, which is Sweater Weather. This is also a fine body mist. She knows I really like them. This is very autumnal. This smells like, what does it say? Autumn leaves. Oh no, what's the apple slices? What is the actual scent though? I'm not really sure. Let me smell it, hold on. It's the weirdest description. It's like, for me, perfect guy smell. Which, you know, I'll just spray it on myself and pretend that I've been hugged by like a perfect guy, but it's just real nice. Or I might just spray my room with it and be like, yes. Just like, yes, there's a man in my life. Okay, next up. This I am so excited about. It's a pumpkin cupcake nourishing hand soap with pumpkin butter. Oh, this is going, because I've got non-sweet now, I can put this in my bathroom and just use it. I really should put that in there now, if I'm honest, because 'tis the season of the pumpkins. So I'm going to swap that out. I've got like, I think peach Bellini in there at the moment, but I'm going to put this one in for now. Oh, I've got a Christmas one somewhere that I can put in there. And then the final thing she gave me is, because you know I really like the Sweater Weather, is this, which is a 24-hour moisture shea butter cream thing. It smells real good. So yeah, I'm so happy with this. Like, she got me loads. She really didn't need to, but I'm like so happy that she did, because I'm gonna just be obsessed over these for the rest of the season. And I do need to decorate this flat like autumnal, but I haven't quite done that yet. Oh wait, and she also got me some of these, some apple high chews, because she knows they're my favourite. So thank you, Emma. But as I said, I'm going to start getting ready for tonight, and what I'll do is, as I'm doing my makeup, I will talk to you about Thorpe Park and get that done. Let's take in my trusted Morphe palette and we'll go do that and hopefully make a decent-ish look. Okay, so I've kind of just set you up in my mirror. Well, I have like a mirror cupboard thing, so hopefully you can see me okay. The light is going to be really unflattering. Just quickly, I'm going to just do some makeup. I usually use my like Jaclyn Hill Morphe stuff. I actually bought this palette in Florida, which is the Tartelette Toasted palette, which smells like, I don't know what it's meant to smell like, but it smells good. It smells like marshmallows, s'mores. I don't know if I'm just like, that's just something I'm imagining in my head, but I'm gonna try this. I'm not very good at makeup when I don't know it. So we'll see how it goes. It could go awful, I'll start again. I bought this brush set from Morphe, so this whole thing is full of makeup brushes, so I should have enough. But I'm going to start this look so I get my brushes ready, and then I will talk to you about Thorpe Park. So I'm going to use these brushes for my eyes, just for attempting. I'm going to do that really annoying makeup thing. They're all dirty, as you can see, so I'm just going to clean them really quickly. For that I use, I have like this brush cleaner, Cinema Secrets. It's real good. So I'm going to use this quickly, just to wash these, and then I will start my look. So, Fright Nights, what did I think of them? Well, I've been to Thorpe Park Fright Nights before. I actually went in, I think I looked it up actually this morning, in 2017. No, 2007, when I was 17, which makes me feel really old, so great, brilliant. And they had, it was a really good event that year. They had, I remember they had a 7 maze, so like the 7 deadly sins, which I really liked. There was a maze called the Asylum, and then they had this like circus thing. I remember there'd be like street performers were walking around, and I remember specifically a guy like doing the knife swallowing thing like outside of Colossus on like a little mini stage, like a podium. And the Pirates 4D show at the time had like a freak show, and I remember this guy being like what are they called, where they can like bend all of their arms in weird ways, and there was a guy with loads of like, you know, you can hang yourself on the rings, and it was really kind of quite like, for me, just that, because I don't like when you see bones and stuff going the wrong, not the wrong way, you know what I mean. It was kind of freaky, and I liked it. And this year I found, when I went back, I was expecting a lot. There was 10. Oh, how many mazes were there? There were quite a few. I might grab the map actually so I can kind of go through it. I kind of was expecting bigger things than maybe it delivered. When we got there, obviously some of the rides that we did that I'd never done before was the Walking Dead ride, because the last time I went that was closed. I found the queue line scary actually, because I was expecting something to jump out at me, and that terrified me. But apart from that, I didn't really like the ride. I thought, I don't know, they just need to do something else with that space. I think it was a budget changeover. Nothing was really changed that much. It was still X No Way Out. It didn't really have a storyline. It was just a bit meh, in my opinion. But that queue line kind of started to freak me out for the mazes, because I was like, oh my god, I was actually really scared walking through the the Walking Dead queue line. So I was like, okay, well, if that's kind of how the mazes are going to make me feel, then I'm actually going to be really terrified today. So the first maze we went through was, let me actually grab the list, hold on. There we go, I've got my map. So it kind of has, I don't know if you see these pages, it has like a breakdown of, is that going to be really dark? There we go. All the mazes that were there, and kind of they had like a scare rating. So they had like a day's rating and a night rating. Keep going, do you? So basically the first one we did was, oh, here we go, Dead Creek Woods. And the reason we put this on first is because we actually did it in the day, because it had a 2 scare rating for the daytime. Because I was like, let's start off quite, you know, not scary, and then we can build up to like the real mazes, because I was terrified. If you don't know, I'm scared of literally everything. So everything in the world terrifies me. So the thought of going through like a scare maze and people jumping out at me, I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. But that was fine actually. They had a couple of good actors in there. There was a girl that kind of led it that I really liked, and she kind of set the mood. She's like, oh, you're going to walk through here and it's going to be really scary. And I was like, okay, right, I'm ready for this. And I quite liked it. It was in back behind like Loggers Leap, so that and platform 15 kind of took up the same area. I liked the outdoor ones. I thought at night, because although we went at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought, oh, at night these are going to be terrifying because it's going to be pitch black. But we'll get to that in a minute, because we did do some of those at night. Went through, it was pretty rubbish if I'm honest. You kind of just walked down a path, and then there were like bits of wood kind of that you had to walk around, and there would always be like a scare actor the other side of them. Like it kind of became really competitive. it kind of became really repetitive after a little while, because I was like, okay, there's a corner here, so obviously someone's going to try and jump out at me. And quite often, in most of them I actually saw, and this is like not their fault, but like quite often the scare actors would look around the corner to see if you were coming, and then obviously you saw them in the day, so you knew where they were, and I was like, well, okay, I've just seen that man look around that corner, so I know when we go around this corner there's going to be someone there, and they're probably going to jump out at us. And I also found that like the people we were there with, like not Matt, but like the other guests, were all very young, like teenagers, and teenagers tend to be quite loud and over the top, I have noticed. I was probably also like that as a teenager. It's a little bit annoying when you're not and you're trying to do these, but because of that, the scare actors tend to focus on those people that react the most. So when I was like, oh, that was a bit, but didn't like run away screaming, they kind of left me to it, and they would just grab the people around me. So like, that was okay. I was like, oh, that's fine. At least I know, like, if I don't want them to touch me, just don't react. So we did that one, and then after that I was like, okay, actually that was fine. It was a really, really short maze, and there wasn't much to it. You were just mainly walking down a path. I don't actually remember what the theme was of that one. And then the second one we did, also in the daytime, because I was like, let's just get these two out of the way, was the platform 15. That one, I have to say, I can imagine at night was terrible. It was scary in the day actually, and that one didn't have I don't think it had a massively scary rating. So platform 15 was 4 scares at night and 3 in the day. I would actually give it more than 3 scares in the day. So you walk through, there's one of the old abandoned trains that used to take you to the farm, which I was like, oh no, because I used to love doing that, going to the farm on the trains. Going to the farm on the trains. So that was like something I really used to like doing. So when I saw it was all like overgrown and broken, I was like, oh no, my childhood is just, that was scarier, like my childhood, rather than the actual train. But there were some scare actors on it that did a really good job. You walked around and there was like a bride scare actor like over by the lake, which I think would have been amazing at night, because that would have been terrifying. And then the next bit, you kind of go through, you see this tunnel. I think you actually go for a house at one point as well, which was good because there are actors in there. I remember specifically, now this is where I think they did it really well. We were walking from a distance and they were all stood like looking in a mirror that reflected to the door, or like staring us out. And then when we got close, they kind of slowly, like smilingly stepped back. So I was like, okay, I know they're in there. They know we're coming. This is gonna scare me. Like, I'm gonna get scared here. But luckily, I, for some reason, was feeling real brave at that point. I was like, I'll go ahead with Matt. And where we went in quite quickly, and there was quite a big group of us, they kind of, by the time we got through, they were like, okay, people are coming through. And they jumped out at the people behind me, so I didn't get the jump scare at that point, which was, again, not mad at that. And then when we did, you kind of go through the tunnel, hands on each other's shoulders, it's pitch black, and the scare actors in there have like torches, and they'll, you know, there was one point I remember that Matt was in the front and I was just behind him, and one of the actors came right up to his face and like turned the torch on and was like, ah, like right in his face, and that made Matt jump. So that was actually really good. We got a few scares in that one. And at the end there's like a little story bit where they kind of run at you. It was really good. Platform 15, I think that was a new one for this year. Have a look. Well, it doesn't say new for this year actually. That was really good, and I actually have to say that was probably one of my favourite mazes of the evening, which surprised me because that one just, I don't know, something about it I just didn't think was going to be massively good, but actually it was really, really good. After that we went over to Living Nightmare The Walking Dead. Now that had a 5-star fear rating all the time, and that's one of the ones, it's basically an inside one in the section behind X No Way Out, or the Walking Dead ride now. I really liked that one, although they swore, was that one they swore a lot in? Yeah, she was like, I don't know why I didn't think that they would swear in these, because obviously they can, but they were just swearing a lot, and I was like, oh, this is a thing that's happening in this maze. I was like, there's a lot of curse words being used. We basically had to go find their stuff, bring their stuff back, not touch their stuff, but they used a different 4-letter word other than stuff. I was just thinking stuff isn't a 4-letter word, but then I wasn't. They used a 4-letter word to describe stuff, basically. And I was like, oh, okay. And then at one point they had like a knife at me, like, bring back our stuff. stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. And that was one of the ones where you put your arms on the shoulders of the people in front of you, and I actually found I didn't like those ones as much, just because, I don't know, you had like a protective barrier of you, whereas the free walking ones, where you could just go in and walk through, I actually found those more scary because of the fact that people kind of separated a little bit, and you kind of like had bigger gaps that they could take advantage of, the scare actors could. So yeah, that was really good. And then after that, we really wanted to do some rides in the dark, but annoyingly, I don't know if there's a storm or like not a hurricane, but like a storm, is it Storm Stephen or something that's going on at the moment? It was windy, and actually quite a lot of the evening the rides were closed, so as you can imagine the queues for the mazes got crazy because literally none of the rides were open, just because of the wind, like the headwinds and things. But we then went on and did, just looking at my list, oh, the Saw Alive maze. This is one that has been there pretty much since the Saw ride opened. I've done it before. Again, this one had a 5-star fear rating, and I was kind of knew going in there, it's like, okay, it's going to show me like parts of the Saw film, like some of the traps. This should be really cool. I was kind of a bit scared. I remember it being different than that, if I'm honest. I swear there used to be a bit, and I could be making this up in my head, where there was a guy in like a furnace, but that isn't there. And I found it was really dark, but not like in a good way. It was dark as in I couldn't really see, like we went to the rooms and you could see the person in it, and then not really understanding what trap that was because it was too dark. And they kind of all were playing out their scene, and as you walked in they would come at you. So there wasn't really any like jump scares in that bit because they were all acting out their scene before they came up to you. So it was a lot more of just getting in your face than making you jump. So yeah, I didn't get scared at all in that one actually. So yeah, I thought it would be a bit better. Everyone says that was their favourite sort of thing. A lot of people did, but I didn't rate it. It wasn't good for me. I prefer some of the original mazes that they had, like the Platform 15. So after Platform 15, we did Vulcan Peak. Now this was the worst scare maze I've ever done, and bear in mind I've only done Thorpe Park once, so let's not go crazy and say that I know a lot about scare mazes. It was so bad. It had such good potential. It's basically in the area which is the what is it? I'm a Celebrity, and they put a bag on your head, and you have to do the maze without being able to see, and that really scared me. I was like, okay, I don't like this. I get quite claustrophobic anyway, but obviously didn't tell them because they say don't do it if you get claustrophobia, but I was gonna do it anyway. I get really scared of stuff like that, and yeah, it was terrifying. Well, that idea was terrifying, put the bag on my head, and then you had to like walk along a rope. Nothing really happens in there. Like, I would say I wouldn't queue. Well, we didn't have to queue luckily for that one. We had actually fast passes for pretty much all of the mazes, so we didn't have to queue for any of them. I think the only one we actually did queue for was the Living Nightmare Walking Dead one. So I wouldn't recommend that if you have to queue, really. I went through it and I was like, I don't really understand what the point of that one was. It could have been really good, but it wasn't. I don't know if we had it on an off night and there just weren't any scare actors in there, but I didn't like it, and I've seen some other reviews and everyone kind of says the same thing about it, like it's a waste, which is a shame because the whole bag over the head thing, I think they could have done loads with that, but they didn't. The next maze we did, which was actually the one I was most looking forward to, was Blair Witch. Now this was another one that was in the woods. It was actually just behind where I'm a Celebrity is. It's kind of in the area that used to be, just behind what used to be like the I don't know if you remember years ago, they used to have like a kids ride where you used to sit on a little car and go around, just behind that area. And actually I think that is what became I'm a Celebrity. But it's in the woods, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so good. It's really dark now, we're going through the woods, Blair Witch theme, like this is gonna be really creepy. There were a couple bits where I was like, whoa. So and again, I should have probably started this with a spoiler alert, so I might like film a little bit beforehand. As you're walking through, scare actors run across you across the woods, which is kind of cool, but they did it really close to you, and it made me jump a couple of times, but I think once I got used to them doing it, it was a lot of repetitiveness. I'm like, okay, they're gonna jump out in a minute. And Yeah, that one was okay. Again, really short. There were a few scenes I didn't really understand how they fit. There was someone who had like a stick in their eye and they're like, ah, and I was like, I don't get it. So yeah, that one was okay. I wouldn't have said it was amazing, especially when I compare it to like Platform 15 and Living Nightmare, the Walking Dead one. I thought they were both really good. So that was kind of that one. The last maze we did of the evening, which was Walking Dead Do or Die, it was different actually. You get on a school bus, like an actual school bus, and they act out this little scene in front of you, and then you basically walk through a load of containers, and this one was just a free walking one, so you walked in your row, and me and Matt were at the back, and the people in front of us were gone. Like, they almost like ran through the maze. So I was like, okay, well now it's just me and Matt walking through, and obviously Matt's like 6 foot something, just like chill. So out of the two of us, they're going for me. And my reaction to some of them, like, I was quite scared. There was a point where someone grabbed at my side and I just went, like, I was like giggling because it did tickle. But then I was like, oh no, like my reaction to being scared was just laughing. And they kind of left me after that, so I was like, that's okay. And there was a point where there was a guy with a chainsaw and he came right up behind me and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, okay. And then I was like, I kind of went, oh, but like I didn't react too much, thinking, oh, he'll, you know, move on because I'm not reacting. So I continued to walk again, and then he like turned around and started running at me with this chainsaw, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I kind of sped walk, and he went round for ages, like right behind me, and I was like, this is so terrifying. And then the very last bit of that, he walked through this container, and obviously everyone in front of us had gone, and I could see, it was like a red lit container. I could see at the very end, someone stood there, and I was like, I can't tell if that, I said this out loud to Matt, I was like, is that a scare actor or is that the group in front of us? And I hear this like zombie growl, and the person didn't move, and I was like, oh my god, it's a person. And I started walking towards them, and I was like, I don't know what they're gonna do, because it was just a thin corridor, like I can't go around them. I was like edging forward, and they ran at me, like sprinted, and I was like, oh my god. And they stopped like this close to my face and just stared me out, and they had like these white contacts in, just making really creepy noises. And me being like the most pathetic person I am, I was like, excuse me, I need to get round you. And they slightly like leant to the side, and I was like, I have a backpack on, I can't turn to the side, please let me through. And I ended up like climbing through the gap. I was like, I don't want to move, take my backpack off. And Matt was like, she has a backpack on, move out the way. And the person just didn't, obviously. And I was like, that was really creepy. And then they like kind of turned around and like went at my back, and I was like, oh. But that was kind of the, just love that. Move out of my way, I have a backpack. Like a little, just brilliant, loved it. So yeah, I did that, and then there were a few scare actors walking around, but not hugely. There was a few clown ones, which I think you would have seen in the vlog. Overall, it was okay. I wouldn't say I went away scared, like, and I kind of actually saw when I was there was a couple people wearing the Stranger Things Universal Studios Orlando Fright Night t-shirts, and I was like, damn, well if you've been to Universal Fright Nights, then, or Halloween Horror Nights, this is probably going to be awful for you. So I wonder how they found it. It was good. I had a really good day. We were there from like 11 till 10, so 11 AM to 10 PM. It was a really quiet day actually, which was great. We got loads of the rides done. We managed to do stealth twice in the dark, and obviously with the storm being there, it was fast. Like, I've never been on it that fast before in my life. It was so good. So overall, I had a really, really good day. Would I go again this season? Probably not, if I'm honest. Going forward, I can imagine the queues for the mazes will get a lot longer, and the only one I could really see myself wanting to queue for would be Platform 15. The rest of them I wasn't too fussed about. So if you're going and you've got like a limited amount of the mazes that you can do, I would personally recommend doing Walking Dead Do or Die, Living Nightmare. But I do actually do or Die. If you want to do one Walking Dead, I'd say do Living Nightmare over Do or Die. Leave Blair Witch, leave Dead Creek Woods, Saw Alive if you've got time. Falcon Peak I would completely ignore. The one I would really focus on would be probably Platform 15 and Living Nightmare, Walking Dead. They were the best two for me, and then obviously Walking Dead Do or Die. The rest of them I could probably leave and not feel like I've missed out. But yeah, considering it was my first like Fright Night event since I was like 17 years old, I had a really good time. So if you are going, obviously do enjoy it and have a great time there. But for me, it could have been a lot better. So hopefully next year when they do it, they'll have better mazes. I'm now an annual pass holder for Thorpe Park, which expires 31st of October next year. So I'm hoping to do some next year as well, and then go sort of throughout the season as well with that. Probably do another YouTube trip coming up. But yeah, overall, it was okay. I had a really fun day. I don't think the mazes were as good as they could have been. And that's my wrap up. But at least I kind of feel like I could probably do Halloween Horror Nights a little bit more now because I did that. Anyway, whilst describing that, I really didn't get much of my makeup done at all. So, roundup of Thorpe Park. Was worth it to go for the full day. It was a really good day. As it gets busier into the season, I don't know if I would probably go. And if I did go, as I said, I'd maybe do 2 or 3 of the mazes and just ignore the other ones unless they've got like a short wait, because they really weren't worth it. They were really short mazes as well. So that is my roundup of Thorpe Park Fright Nights 2018. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera. When I say best of it, like actually do something other than just putting a tiny bit of shadow on my eyes. And then, because I really want to listen to music, because I'm loving Little Mix's new single right now. And I will come back to you and show you when I'm done. Okay, so makeup is done. I don't know if I should go for a brighter lip than this, but we're just gonna go with it. So this, I'm just gonna change my top and then I'm gonna head out for the evening. So I will catch up with everyone in the morning. Just to show you my look, basically. I use the, I don't know if I did a very good job because I can't see right now. I used the Tarte Toasted palette on my eyes and just did like some face makeup using my Champagne Pot highlighter. Got Velvet Teddy on my lips, and I'm just going to change my top, yeah, and go out. So I will see everyone in the morning. Hopefully I'm not too worse for wear because I have to help Reese move tomorrow, so that will be fun. So I will see you all in the morning. Bye. Oh, that's better. I went for a slightly darker one. I went for Human Nature by Jeffree Star in the end. Yeah, I like that one more. Okay, cool. That was all I needed to check. See you in the morning. What a lovely Sunday morning it is out there. Doesn't feel as summery as it did the last few days. Good morning, I'm awake, I've done my makeup. I'm just waiting for Reese to get here so that we can start moving his stuff. But I'm just laughing at how perfect the weather is for today. So the plan is we're going to go to IKEA. We're going to go to maybe Haskins or something because he wants plants. Don't ask. Just wants indoor plants, and that is the most important thing that we must buy today. So we're going to do that and then move him in and then maybe hang out for a bit this afternoon. I'm not really entirely sure what the plan is yet. It's like 9:30. He said, wait, no, let me tell you the exact time because this is, he does this a lot to me. Okay, so, okay, it is 9:42. He said, I will be at yours at 9:30. He's not here yet. So we're just going to chill out and wait for him to arrive and then we will get moving. He's bringing some of his stuff on the train and I offered to go pick him up in this weather. Cool. So Reese has all moved in now. He actually literally had no stuff. He didn't turn up at mine till literally like 11 o'clock when he told me to be ready for 9:30. So that was fun, thanks for that, but it was because his mum wanted to see him, so I'm not going to argue with that. So that's all done. He's all moved in. Didn't film any of that because I don't know how he feels in front of a camera at the moment. I haven't really had that conversation yet, so I need to have that at some point. Otherwise the weekend vlogs would literally just be me going, I'm gonna hang out with my friends, and then you don't see me anymore. So the plan now is I'm going to go home. It's about 5 o'clock, have some dinner now because I'm actually gonna go to the gym again this evening with Reese now that he's moved in. So I want to have my food nicely digested before I go, and then I need to edit this video tonight because I want to go up for tomorrow. So it has kind of been a pretty, apart from going to Thorpe Park, it has been quite an uneventful weekend vlog. As I said, I do have some other vlogs to come out that I might just put up this week or next week, just older vlogs that I didn't sort of get around to putting up when I filmed them. And then I've got some sit down videos to do from Florida. I need to actually do my Disney haul at some point because all the stuff is still in the lounge for that. Probably put this one up on Monday, so tomorrow, and then a different vlog up maybe next Monday or next Friday depending on how I want to do it. And then that gives me time to film next weekend and get back ahead of myself like I used to with the weekend vlogs. I need to decorate the house for Halloween at some point, so I might film that as a separate video. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Let's just get back inside and make some food. I'm probably gonna have some sausage rolls and potato waffles again with some beans today maybe, because I haven't been to the shops. Even though we've been to the shops today, I didn't buy food for me. We're looking for bedding and stuff for Reese, so that was the priority today, and I will go do a food shop tomorrow at some point.